Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crop season. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of Legion Baseball here from Carson Park in Marshfield. Friends, Spectrum Insurance is an independent insurance agency offering a full range of personal and business insurance services throughout 19 office locations in Wisconsin. We have a team of insurance agents with diverse areas of expertise ready to protect you from the unexpected. Visit SpectrumInsGroup.com. That's SpectrumInsGroup.com. And don't forget to stop in at Toyson Ford to pick out your new ride, or visit Toyson Ford's award-winning service department to keep your vehicle safe and on the road. Come see why all your friends and neighbors say you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford. Defense for the Blue Devils of Marshfield. Ben Deach behind the plate. Xander Edmondson is at first. Aiden Cherney at second. Sloan Welch will man the hot corner at third. Bennett Lang, the shortstop. Mitchell Shade in left. Brock Bennington in center. Judd Higgins in right. And pitching for Marshfield is number 8, Chase Robinson, taking his final warm-up tosses here. And he will be facing C.J. Varsho, Cooper Dykes, and Evan Gustafson here to lead off the bottom of the first. Very effective first inning for Bennett Stocky. 2 strikeouts. Allowed 1 hit, and that was by Brock Bennington, and he was stranded at first. As I said before, if you can see the pitcher's mound looks a little bit darker on your screen. They really put a lot of water on the pitcher's mound. Try to keep that dust down. You can see when balls scoot into the infield, there's a lot of dust that comes up. It's fairly dry, and they have wetted this field down several times today. Should be a little bit better from now that we're having nightfall. Talking with Logan, he says the lighting here is kind of unique at Carson Park. It's pretty bright in the infield, but the outfield not as bright, so you got to really focus in and work hard. And the right fielders got their hands full because, as you can see, the shadows, the sun is still beating in there. You can see it against the bigger signs in the scoreboard. C.J. Varsho will lead things off, the left-hander. And he takes strike 1 from Chase Robinson. Tell you that previous game that we did with Eau Claire, they had a plethora of lefties. I think they had 6 or 7 out of the 9 batters were lefties. Outside for ball 1. Count even at a ball and the strike. I'll take a gander here quick in my book. One, two, three, four, five, 6. 7 of the 9 batters for Eau Claire bat left-handed, at least in the previous game, and some of these names look familiar again. Cooper Dykes on deck. He's also a lefty. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. Count even at 2-2. Somewhat of a nice problem to have when you have 7 guys who can bat left-handed and do it well. 2-2 pitch. Foul, third base side. Off the stands. Mark Fanis, head coach for Eau Claire, manning the coaching box at third. And struck him out looking. Nice off-speed pitch from Robinson. Got the inside corner for the first out. Cooper Dykes now bats.
Second, number 5, second baseman Cooper Dykes.
Second baseman Cooper Dykes now steps into the box. One away here in the bottom of the first. Robinson pitching from the stretch. Inside for ball one. As I said last week when I had a chance to run into my old baseball coach from high school, we talked about wind-up versus the stretch, and he said that's all he teaches now is just from the stretch. You use it more than the wind-up, and why teach another motion? Some kids still like to do the wind-up, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but they stress trying to do more just pitching from the stretch. It's just you learn one motion, you learn how to pitch out of it. And that pitch inside. It's now 3-0 to Cooper Dykes. The pitch. Right down Broadway for strike one. Dykes taking all the way. Coach Metz trying to shake up the batting order. And Dykes draws a walk. One out walk for Cooper Dykes. That'll bring up Evan Gustafson. Guess what? Bats left-handed. As an umpire, I can only say it's a lot different to go from the other side of the plate when you're calling balls and strikes, because you get a certain angle throw back to first, not in time. You got to be on the other side of the catcher, and you got to reset yourself. You do it enough, you get better at it. But the levels of games that I would umpire, I haven't done a lot of varsity for probably 25 years now. The pitch, called strike, and it's just a lot different. 0-1 the count to Gustafson. Dykes at first with one out. The pitch. And call the ball. I want to try to keep an eye on Chase Robinson. He's got to come to a discernible pause. There he did. Ground ball. Could be two. Good scoop for Cherney. They get the out at second. As Gustafson will get the fielder's choice. Sam Knickerbocker, the cleanup hitter, the DH. Number 35. And we got a courtesy runner coming in. Patrick Callahan will come in. And Callahan has done an awful lot of courtesy running. Can courtesy run for the pitcher and the catcher, especially for catchers, because, they get on bat and, to get on base, you got two outs, and if they get an out, now you got to get back in the dugout and put all your gear back on. It takes a little bit of time. And Knickerbocker, another left-hander at bat. The first four batters are lefties. Blonde hair sticking out from the back of his helmet. 0-1 the count. And he laces a fly ball to center field, but Bennington should track it down and make the catch, and he does for the third out. No runs after an inning. We head to the top of the second. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you, and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports, broadcast of American Legion Baseball. AMK specializes in residential custom cleaning to save busy families more quality time together all year round. Happy 4th of July from our family at AMK to yours. And don't forget, friends, sign up for Fleet Farm Fleet Rewards and get great deals sent straight to you. Plus, you'll earn points on every purchase made in-store or online. Sign up now at fleetfarm.com. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all. Fleet Farm. Top of the second inning. And leading off will be Aiden Cherney, squared for a bunt and called strike one. We've had some close games today, and we've had some not so close. Cherney, good track down by Iverson. Can he get the throw off in time? No, he doesn't. Iverson was playing in, and Cherney had a high chopper that made him go back farther than he anticipated. So an infield single for Aiden Cherney. Mitchell Shoddy. I may have called him Shade. It's Shoddy, my bad. And he pumps it up in the air just to our left. Logan made an attempt to try to save me from getting hit by the ball. I have had a lot of fun chatting with Logan today. Logan Meyer, good kid, good producer. Count is 0-1, runner at first. Stocky, and that bunt is he offered. That's strike two. Shoddy now will be swinging away. Took the pitch outside. They were trying, I think it was kind of a controlled pitch out. They wanted to see if they were going to send Cherney in a hit and run. Here's the pitch and fouled off right into the Eau Claire dugout. They got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys sitting outside in lawn chairs. In high school, that wouldn't go. But in this level, they kind of let them do it. Here's the pitch, and struck him out. So Shoddy with the swinging strikeout for the first out of the inning. Third strikeout so far for Bennett Stocky. Tell you, Eau Claire, this team has played exceptionally well in the games I've watched them play today. Just a very good, well-rounded team. Stocky on the far side of the pitching rubber. The pitch. Slapped up the middle. Could be two. Webb. Oh! Off the glove of Tyler Webb. I'm going to give him an error on that. Cherney will cruise into second as Welch reaches base on the air by Tyler Webb. That'll bring up Judd Higgins, the right fielder. Higgins in the 8th spot, and he hits a chopper. Webb gets it this time. Could be two. No, it's not. Good slide to break up the double play. So Higgins will reach on the fielder's choice. Sloan Welch is wiped out for the second out. Cherney's at third for Marshfield. So you got runners at the corners with 2 outs. And the batter is the 9th hitter, Xander Edmondson. And Edmondson swings and misses for strike one. Ben Deach on deck. And that pitch, a little chin music from Stocky. Pitch outside. It's now 2-1. As I said, Coach Metz is shaking up the batting order, moving some people around. And that's a strike. Edmondson usually more in the middle of the order here, batting in the 9th spot. Bennon Lang, vice versa, usually in the 8th or 9th spot. He's batting second. And struck him out looking to end the inning. Marshfield gets a hit and strands 2. We head to the bottom of the second. We're still scoreless. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports Broadcast of American Legion Baseball. We're here at the 27th Annual River City Classic Invitational here at Carson Park in Eau Claire. Hey friends, did you know the majority of milk distributed to schools throughout Eau Claire and central Wisconsin is delivered by your locally owned Blue Northern Distribution? Now is your chance to join this excellent company as Blue Northern is hiring for drivers at both their Eau Claire and Sparta locations. Apply online today at BlueNorthernDistributing.com. Don't forget also, friends, about Marquardt Motors, your local Buick and GM dealer. They have the area's largest pre-owned and new vehicle inventory with new arrivals daily. View the inventory at marquardtmotors.com or stop in to talk, there we go, to a friendly salaried sales consultant. And that pitch from Robinson was about 10 feet above his catcher, Ben Deach. Yes, you want to stop in to talk to a friendly sales representative at Marquardt Motors. This is Brayton Thalman, and all of a sudden Robinson is throwing 2 of them into the backstop. Not a good way to start off the second inning if you're Marshfield. Here's Robinson's pitch. Oh my gosh. And he's talking to Coach Metz. He's like, I don't know. 3 straight pitches have gone straight into the backstop, not even close to the catcher. I think he's got something with a grip. Yeah, there's something wrong. There's got to be an issue. There just has to be, because this is very unlike him. And they're going to have a conference on the mound. I don't know if he's talking about if he's got a blister or if he's got something wrong with an elbow. Or I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to speculate, but there's got to be something amiss for Chase Robinson to throw 4 straight pitches into the backstop, 5 or 10 feet over his catcher's head. And the umpire is out talking to him. I don't know if the baseball has got an effect on it, or if there's a grip issue or an arm issue or what. Coach Metz has yet to come out to do anything. The defense, the infield has come in. There you go, a little bit closer. It'll take some practice throws. There you go. He's flexing his hand. Nevertheless, Brayton Thalman draws the walk on 4 straight pitches into the backstop. That brings up the shortstop, Tyler Webb. Here in the bottom of the second, scoreless game. Chase Robinson, we'll see if he's kind of got things back in the right position. Here's his pitch. Closer. When you have 2 in a row that go like that go into the screen, you kind of shake it off and go, yeah. But after 4 in a row, and a throw to first. I don't think he was trying to be like Ryan Duran. For those of you who are old enough to remember Ryan Duran, he was a Wisconsin native, grew up in Cazenovia, Wisconsin, down by Reedsburg. Here's the pitch from Robinson. And that pitch way inside, back Webb off the plate. And Ryan Duran could throw a baseball at about 100 miles an hour. Wore glasses, real tall and lanky. But sometimes his control, you just never knew where the ball was going to go. Here's a pitch inside for a ball. 3-0. And he played for the Yankees, and that's when Yogi Berra was still playing. And anyway, Yogi Berra would have Duran throw his 5 warm-up pitches all over the place. And the on-deck batter would see the ball coming in at 90, 95 miles an hour. And he'd come, and the batter would step in after the warm-up pitches, and Yogi would say to the batter, I don't know where this pitch is going to go. And he would proceed to strike out the side. That ball outside and another walk issued. This time Tyler Webb draws the walk. And Ben Deach will go out and talk to his pitcher, Chase Robinson. Brayton Thalman at second, Tyler Webb at first, nobody out. Austin Remington, the batter. One of the few righties in the lineup for the coach. See how Austin Remington fares here. Big first baseman for Eau Claire. Eau Claire Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut proudly supports the Legion here in Eau Claire. They're post 53. That one close, but no cigar or chewing gum. You got to keep it. Talking about American Legion posts. I just went through my hometown of Kendall. Their Legion post number is 309. And that pitch in the dirt. And Chase Robinson is struggling here. He has not thrown a strike this inning. Ten straight balls. Make it 11. And now he's getting frustrated. He had some concerns that looked like with the grip or the baseball. And there's warm-up action in the bullpen for Marshfield. There's a strike. On the 12th pitch of the inning, he finally gets a strike over. That's got to be a relief for Chase Robinson. 3-1, bases loaded, or runners at first and second, nobody out. And now the bases are loaded as a third straight walk issued by Robinson. Now you're in quite a pickle. And now Coach Metz will come out and chat with his defense and pitcher. And I think we're going to have, he's still grabbing his hand. I think we're going to have a relief pitcher come in. I've seen a few of the Legion games for Marshfield, and I know Chase Robinson does not, when he pitches, he doesn't do stuff like that. There's got to be something amiss. And he's going to come out. I don't know what's going on, and he's not sure either. And he's met by his teammate. Robinson will have a seat, and they'll bring in Andrew Siraki in relief here in the second inning. And he comes into a very tenuous situation. Well, the pitching line on Chase Robinson, 1 inning. He pitched the 3 batters in the second. No hits, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. So Andrew Siraki will come in here for post 54. With nobody out and the bases loaded here in the bottom of the second.
Now pitching for Marshfield, number 4 spot in the batting order, number 27, Andrew Siraki.
Takes his warm-up pitches. This will bring up the number 9 hitter and the 8 hitter in the lineup, Elliott Height. And another lefty. See how Mr. Siraki does. We'll kind of give a quick rundown of Andrew here quick from see if I can find it quickly. Andrew is a Spencer product. His father is Michael, his mom is Hazel. He's got a sister, Leanne, and he just graduated from Spencer High School. He's going to go to UW Stevens Point at Marshfield and major in kinesiology, and his favorite team is the Milwaukee Brewers. Andrew likes to fish and lift weights and play baseball. Coming in a tough spot is Mr. Siraki. He's got to get some strikeouts if possible, or get a double play, give up a run to get the out or outs. I think it's a straight-up switch as Siraki will come in for Chase Robinson. We hope all the best for Chase. He had a good first inning. Struck out 1, walked 1. Looked good, but the second inning he came out and the first pitch he threw was 10 feet above the catcher's head into the screen. And the next 3 were very similar. He didn't throw a strike until the 11th pitch of the inning. And he's been kind of squeezing his hand and like he was having some trouble grasping the ball. All right, here we go. This is Elliott Height. Bases loaded, nobody out. Andrew Siraki's first pitch is a strike. The 3 runners on base are responsibility of Robinson, and those runs will go against him. Popped up in the infield, so the infield fly rule, and they'll get the out as Bennett Lang excuse me, gets the catch for out number 1. Still infield fly, still bases loaded. Tyler Iverson and Siraki pitching from the windup. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Leadoff hitter C.J. Varsho on deck for Eau Claire. Oh and 1. Make it 1 and 1. Siraki gets the sign, goes to the windup, and the pitch. Popped up. It's going to be out of play over this press box. Hits one of the outdoor shed roofs.
admission table between the grandstand and the first base bleacher area. Thank you for your help.
1-2 the count. One out, bases loaded. Here's the pitch. And nearly hit Iverson. The runners on base, will, if they score, will be charged to Chase Robinson. Here's the pitch. Now it's full count, 3-2. If you're a Marshfield fan, you want a double play. If you're an Eau Claire fan, you'd like to have a double. Push 2 runs in. Only one out. Here's the pitch. And just like that, it's a base hit to left. That's going to score 1. So an RBI single for Tyler Iverson. Brings in the first run of the ball game as Brayton Thalman scores. I'll bring up the leadoff hitter, C.J. Varsho, strikeout victim in the first. High and away for ball 1. Slap to left field. Playable. Can he get it? Foul. Shoddy, good hustle, but could not make the catch, just out of reach. Mitchell Shoddy in left, Brock Bennington in center, and Judd Higgins in right. The outfield for Marshfield. Count is now 1-1 to C.J. Varsho. Base is still loaded, 1 out. And hit him. And an RBI earned the hard way for C.J. Varsho as Tyler Webb will score and make it 2-0, Eau Claire. Everybody moves up 90 feet. That'll bring up Cooper Dykes, who walked and was wiped out on a fielder's choice hit by Evan Gustafson. One and 0 to Dykes. Evan Gustafson on deck. All these left-handed batters for Eau Claire. I know I've said this many times in the broadcast. You just don't see 7 out of your 9 batters batting left-handed. You just don't have that luxury. And it's 3-0 to Cooper Dykes. This has been not a good inning for Marshfield. 2 runs are in for Eau Claire. Base is still loaded with only 1 out. And that one called a strike. Siraki had a good season for Spencer this year. They were in the thick of things in the Eastern Clover Belt. Neilsville dominated that high school season, won the conference. Right at first, Edmondson will get the out. They'll give up the run to get the out. For the second out, Remington will score from third. And that'll move everybody up 90 feet. So Tyler Iverson now at third. C.J. Varsho at second. And Evan Gustafson, the catcher. Takes ball 1. 3 runs in here in the bottom of the second for Eau Claire. The pitch. Off speed high. Again, as we talked about in the broadcast with Marshfield in the first game at 10 a.m., here's the pitch from Siraki. Popped up over our heads. his consistency. That's what Coach Metz and I talked about. Sometimes the team plays really well and does some good things, and then sometimes they just kind of don't. And you just never know what's going to happen. And you get those years where you have teams where sometimes they just look outstanding and sometimes they just don't. 3-1 the count to Evan Gustafson. He's the 8th batter of the inning for Eau Claire. And that's strike 2. Runners may go on the pitch. It's 3-2 count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Siraki. Fouled off. They're going to go on contact no matter what, but we'll see if they go on the pitch. Probably not, since you've got runners at second and third. Ben Deach, the catcher, gives the signs to Siraki. He winds up, delivers, and walked him. So Patrick Callahan will courtesy run. And the 9th batter of the inning for Eau Claire and Sam Knickerbocker, the DH. Flew out to Brock Bennington in the first. Four walks, a hit by pitch. They have yet to, in a single, have scored 3 runs for Eau Claire here in the second. And laces a base hit down the right field line. That's going to bring in 2, maybe 3. Yes, he's going to bring in 3 as Callahan will score all the way from first. So a 3 RBI double for Sam Knickerbocker. And this game just got broken open here in the bottom of the second, as it's now 6-0. And the second inning continues. Brayton Tallman, a walk and a run scored here in the second. He let it off. And the pitching woes continue for the Blue Devils. And that fouled out of play over the third baseline. Count is 1-2. To be fair, Siraki was put into a pretty tough situation with bases loaded and nobody out. And he hits a fly ball to center field. Could be trouble, but a great defensive play by Brock Bennington will finally draw the inning to a close. 6 runs here in the bottom of the second as Eau Claire takes the lead, 6-0. We head to the top of the third. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Be ready for your season with Play It Again Sports of Eau Claire. Play It Again Sports is just down the road, south of the 5393 intersection in Eau Claire. Just tell them you saw this commercial on Zaleski Sports and get $5 off any $50 order and $10 when you spend $100. Play It Again Sports, buy, sell, trade, and be ready for your season.
Maybe this game will get over sooner than we think. Welcome back to Zaleski Sports Broadcast of American Legion Baseball. We're here in Carson Park in Eau Claire for the 27th Annual River City Classic Invitational. 6 runs put up by the Pizza Hut kids from Eau Claire, post 53, as they now lead 6-0. Ben Deach will lead things off here in the top of the third. As Bennett Stocky continues to pitch well here for Eau Claire. Struck out 2, given up 2 hits so far here in his third inning of work for the post 53 gentlemen. And Deach a strikeout victim in the first. Infield straight away, outfield straight away. Fairly deep. Ground ball. Dykes scoops it over to first. And Remington, with the sure-handed glove, gets the out. Bennett Lang, the batter now. Bennett struck out in the first. Bennett Stocky started out the game with 6 straight strikes on pitches, back-to-back strikeouts. Brock Bennington, the on-deck hitter, had a single, and then Chase Robinson grounded out to end the first. It's 0-1. Lang. Iverson cannot make the play. Base hit or error, Dave? Got it. Want to double check with Dave, our PA announcer. He is the official scorer, too. I would have given it an error, but I just wanted to make sure. That brings up Brock Bennington 1 for 1. And he slices one foul over the first base dugout. It's a nice crowd on hand tonight. Not real big, but a nice crowd just the same. I'll tell you, the people from Winona, they were pretty vocal. I don't mean that in a bad way. Very positive. Cheered on their kids. Good plays for both teams. You could hear them applaud. They had quite a constituency coming out there today. That pitch outside. Count is 1-2 to Brock Bennington. Bennett Lang at first. Here with 1 out. 1-2 the count. The pitch. Make that a strikeout. For the second out, that is the 5th strikeout. Siraki now the batter. And I think Logan's got a bad case of the hiccups. And a strikeout to end the inning. No runs for Marshfield as we head to the bottom of the third. It's 6-0 Eau Claire. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
Bauer & Fine has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Brown Fine Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of American Legion Baseball. Hey friends, Marquardt Motors, your local Buick and GMC dealer, has the area's largest pre-owned and new vehicle inventory with new arrivals daily. View the inventory at marquardtmotors.com or stop in to talk to a friendly salaried sales consultant. Wipfli LLP is a national accounting and consulting firm. Wipfli brings the curiosity needed to uncover what's been overlooked. Their team works together to bring integrated solutions to turn your data into insights. You have the vision, Wipfli brings the clarity. Because perspective changes everything. Learn more at wipfli.com. Andrew Siraki, his second inning of work here for Marshfield, will face Tyler Webb, Austin Remington, and Elliott Height. Good start for Chase Robinson, but second inning, something went askew, and he threw 11 straight balls, got one strike, but that was about it. The shortstop will lead things off here, and Tyler Webb, one of the few right-handed batters for Coach Fanis. Or Fanis, I believe. Make sure I pronounce it right. And that pitch squirts out of Deitch's catcher's mitt. Called the ball. All sorts of sounds coming over here to Carson Park. We've heard revving car engines. We've heard the train now coming through and the helicopters today. That pitch high for ball two. Scoreless after an inning, but a big 6-run second for Eau Claire. They'd like to add more on if they can. And that's right down Broadway for a strike. 2-1 now to Webb. Siraki pitching from the windup. Delivers. High. Ball three. Eau Claire and Winona have been the two teams that have really impressed me in watching games today here at Carson. And a little flare in foul territory, and a good squeeze by Xander Edmondson gets the out. Austin Remington drew a walk in the second and scored a run. Elliott Height on deck. If anybody's got some good ways to get rid of hiccups, feel free to type them in the comments page. Logan's got a bad case of them. And that pitch about 3 feet behind Remington. There was a guy once that hiccuped for like 40 straight years. And Logan gave me that death stare. If you could have seen the look on his face, oh goodness. 2-0 to Remington. He was not pleased with me. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. Twilight's setting in here in Carson Park. Lights taking full effect. Remington awaits the pitch from Siraki. Here it is. And called strike. Got the inside corner. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 up, 2 down. Siraki earns his first strikeout. That final pitching line on Chase Robinson, 1 inning. Pitched the 3 batters in the second. 4 walks, 1 strikeout, 3 runs were his responsibility. 3 runs have been given up by Andrew Siraki as he's pitching here in the 3rd inning, trailing 6-0. 2 away as Elliott Height takes strike 1. And now the count even at a ball in the strike. Last game of the day here at Carson Park. And a base hit to right field for Elliott Height. And Tyler Iverson with a big RBI single to start the scoring out here in the 2nd inning for Eau Claire. Batting in the 9th spot. Siraki goes to the stretch. In the pitch, there goes Height. And he'll be in with a safely stolen second base. Iverson 1 for 1. He heard his teammates say, bring him home. Bring him home. Bring him home. Le Miserable. And he's going to do just that if that ball drops, and it does. So another RBI single for Tyler Iverson. We'll bring in Height with 2 outs. That brings up the top of the order. And C.J. Varsho, who is yet to have an official at bat. He struck out, well, he has had 1 official at bat, struck out looking in the first, hit by a pitch, scored a run, and got an RBI on the hit by pitch. There's another steal. Deach calls him safe. So Iverson with a stolen base. If you notice, did you see the mechanics of that umpire? That's what you want to do. He pointed, looked things over, did not anticipate the call, waited till he actually saw everything that was going on, then made the call. That's what you do as a good umpire. 1-0 to count to Varsho. And it's 2-0 to C.J. Varsho. 5th batter of the inning. For Eau Claire, they sent 10 to the plate in the 2nd. And Varsho fouls that one over the 3rd base dugout into the stands. If you've not ever been to Carson Park, you should get here. It's a beautiful ballpark, nice location. Great place to watch a ball game. 2-1 to count to Varsho. And that pitch way outside. 3-1. A lot of the damage is for against Marshfield has come with 2 outs. Eau Claire taking advantage of that. 3-1 the count to Varsho. The pitch inside, he walked him. Cooper Dykes 0 for 2, 0 for 1. A walk and grounded out to Xander Edmondson at first. Still 2 outs, runners at first and second. 1 run in. And the pitching woes continue here for Marshfield as he starts Dykes out with a ball. Ball 2. Hey, Logan, do we have any lights in here? Oh, we do have a light. Ah, that's okay. Thank you. Fly ball, center field. Bennington. No, it's going to drop for a base hit. One run is in, and they're going to hold up at third. As Iverson scores. Again, runs coming in with 2 outs, so an RBI single for Cooper Dykes. As C.J. Varsho advances to third base, Dykes at first. And the left-handed hitting catcher, Evan Gustafson. Fielder's choice and a walk. If you can score runs with 2 outs, that's got to really frustrate the defense. As 2 runs have scored here in the third with 2 outs. And that pitch high. Seventh batter of the inning here in the third for Eau Claire. And he pops one foul. See a spider crawling down our perch view here. Wooden windows hoisted up. And maybe it's Charlotte's Web. 2-1 to count to Evan Gustafson. Make it 2-2. Rhinos will go on contact with 2 outs. We'll see if they send Dykes no matter what here on the pitch. He goes. And a swing and a miss for strike 3 to end the inning. 2 more come in for Eau Claire as they increase their lead to 8-0. We head to the top of the 4th. You're watching Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
Getting the substitutions here taken care of. For Eau Claire, Eli Rasky comes in at shortstop, and Patrick Callahan will come in at second base for Eau Claire. Double check my rosters here, make sure we're all good to go. Rathke, there we go, that's better. Well, we head to the 4th. Leading off here for Marshfield here in the top of the fourth is Aiden Cherney. Aiden, one of the few people with a hit for Marshfield. He's 1 for 1. Rathke takes over at shortstop, and Patrick Callahan takes over at second base for Eau Claire here in the top of the fourth. And Bennett Stockey continues to cruise along. I believe Bennett is from Altoona, and Altoona had one heck of a good season. He won the sectional, and he just struck out Aiden Cherney. His 7th strikeout of the contest. And Mitchell Shoddy, the batter, a strikeout victim in the second. 0 for 1. Evan Gustafson has a conference with his third baseman and pitcher. We're all back as Mitchell Shoddy steps into the batter's box. And hit him. One of the few base runners that Stockey has allowed here. First hit batter, he's only walked, hasn't walked anybody yet. Stockey gets the sign, comes to the plate. That pitch called a strike. Sloan Welch, the third baseman, reached on an error. And behind now in the count 0-2. Logan and I have been here since 9 a.m. today. These kids have been here longer. Did he go? And he did. Another strikeout notched by Stockey. That one looking. This time the helicopter is really close. You can hear it through my microphone. Judd Higgins, the right fielder, reached on the fielder's choice in the second. 0 for 1. They got to Stockey somewhat in the second, but couldn't score a run. Stranded 2. And since then, Stockey has battened it down and only hit one batter, allowed one base runner since then. Yet to walk a batter. 0-2 the count, and struck him out looking too. So 3 strikeouts ends the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the fourth with Eau Claire leading 8-0. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
A couple of changes are made by Coach Metz. We'll try to pick them up.
Number 4 spot, number 7, Trevor Femmel.
Trevor.
He is a new pitcher, and also into the game from Marshfield, number 10, Caden Miller. And he is in the number 3 spot in the batting order.
Miller goes to center. Bennington will step out. We have a new pitcher in for Marshfield, and this is number 7, Trevor Femmel. As we hit to the bottom of the 4th. Finishing up the tallying here for Siraki. Pitching line for Andrew Siraki, 2 innings, 5 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, 3 runs allowed. 3 runs were scored while he was on the hill. This is Trevor Femmel leading here in the 5th. Got to get Charlotte out of the way so I can see better. Charlotte the Spider. This should be Knickerbocker the batter. Sam has had a good game. Oh, he flew out in the 1st inning, but a 3-run double in the 2nd. And flew out again to center field. The 8-run rule in effect after 5. And Eau Claire, the home team, leading by 8. And Femmel gets a strikeover. It's now 2-1 to the DH Sam Knickerbocker. Brayton Thalman on deck for post 53. And a towering fly ball. Right center. And off the wall. And he's going to have a stand-up double. He hit that ball right square on the button. If it had gone about another 5 feet higher, it would have been out of the park. He hit it where it says give it a zing. He gave it a zing. So a leadoff double for the DH, Sam Knickerbocker. And Thalman now steps in the bat. Brayton on the evening, a walk and a fly out. Femmel pitching from the stretch now with Knickerbocker at 2nd. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch high. 3rd pitcher of the game for Marshfield. 6 runs in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd. And a runner in scoring position here with nobody out in the 4th. Femmel's pitch, high, ball 2. Got to hand it to these kids though. They've played 3 games today, and it was cooler than usual. Not as humid, but it was still hot. You know, you're young kids, you're working hard. And bounces that pitch. Knickerbocker will go to 3rd. Oh, boy. I saw a game here, one of the sectional games here. That was a nail biter. It was a 1-0 win where there was a kid at 3rd, and there had been a base hit, and the runner ran to 3rd, and they tried to make a play. It went past the 3rd baseman, and it went into the dugout, and that scored the winning run. And there's a strike. So you got to be kind of careful if that pitch bounces into the dugout. The runner can advance another base. 3-1 the count now to Thalman. Knickerbocker at 3rd, and he walked him. The walks continue to hurt Marshfield as Josh Metz will come out and have a chat with his pitcher and defense. While he does so, got a moment to talk to you about Security Health Plan. Security Health Plan helps individuals and businesses find the right health insurance program for kids, adults, and families. Self-employed? No problem. Security Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. Well, your good thoughts helped Logan rid himself of his hiccups. Maybe it was me telling him that there was a guy that had hiccups for 40 years, and he the look he gave me. If eyes could be knives. But he's doing well. 8-0 Eau Claire. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. And Eli Rathke makes his first appearance in the batter's box in this game. Replaced Tyler Webb. With runners at the corners. Got to watch for the steal attempt here. They won't go on the first pitch. Usually they've gone on the second or third. Try to see if they can draw a throw from Ben Deach. And there's a strike from Femmel. Count even the Rathke at 1-1. Eau Claire with a chance to score one, maybe two. And a base hit ripped down the third baseline is going to get that one run in. So Mr. Rathke with an RBI single makes it 9-0. Still nobody out here in the fourth for Eau Claire. And runners at first and second, still nobody out. And Austin Remington looking for his first official at bat as he's walked and struck out. The one strikeout that Andrew Siraki had, the only other strikeout was C.J. Varsho in the leading off the first inning. Since then, there's been 7 walks, make it 8 issued by Marshfield pitching in this matchup. It's now 9-0. Infield fly rule in effect with nobody out. Runners at first and second. The pitch called a strike. Brayton Thalman at second. Eli Rathke at first. And Austin Remington, the batter, with the 2-1 count. Trevor Fimmel, the pitch in the dirt. Good stuff by Deach. Eau Claire has a chance to really blow this one open. They already lead 9-0. The 8-run rule after 5 is in effect in this tournament. And the pitch called a strike. Now 3-2. Runners got to go on a ground ball. They got to hold on a fly. And another walk issued. That loads the bases with nobody out. It looks like another big inning here for Eau Claire. 5th batter of the inning, Elliott Height. 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored in the third. Bases loaded, nobody out, no place to put him. That pitch high for ball 2. Femmel gets the sign, comes set, and deliveries, and it's in the dirt. It's a wild pitch, and the 10th run's going to come in as the ball skips past Ben Deach. Second run of the inning. Runners at second and third. And the count to Height is 3-0. The light's really taking effect here at Carson Park. There's a strike. His Height was taking all the way at 3-0. It's now 3-1. Tyler Iverson, the on-deck batter for Eau Claire. The pitch And another walk issued. And Coach Metz will call time and have a chat with his pitcher and inside defense, the infield defense. Go through some scores yet from today. We started out at 10 o'clock, did Logan and I. We were here at 9. And today, Winona beat Marshfield 6-4. Green Bay Southwest lost to Eau Claire 15-2. Winona defeated De Pere 5-2, and Green Bay lost to De Pere. De Pere defeated Winona 5-2, and I believe Green Bay Southwest lost to De Pere 11-3. And we're in the last game as we have another pitching change. As number 19 now will come in. This is the fourth pitcher of the game for Marshfield. This is Brad Neve, the Pittsville young man.
For Marshfield, number 19, Brad Neve.
Take a look at Trevor Femmel here, who came in here in the fourth.
Batter is the third baseman, Tyler Iverson.
Trevor Femmel pitched to 5 batters, 2 hits, 3 walks, no strikeouts, and 2 runs came in while he was on the hill. Tyler Iverson now facing Brad Neve, and he fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. Brad Neve, number 19. Going to be a senior in Pittsville this year. His favorite team is the Brewers. His parents are Matt and Wanda Neve. He's got 2 brothers, Jacob and Eric. And got a strikeout to start things off, did Brad Neve. So 1 away. Base is still loaded. I'll bring up the top of the order and C.J. Varsho. Strikeout, hit by pitch, and a walk. And he earned that RBI by getting hit by the pitch. There he's got a base hit. That's going to bring in 1. So an RBI single for C.J. Varsho tonight. And that will score Eli Rathke from third to make it 11-0. Patrick Callahan, the 8th batter of the inning for Eau Claire. His first at bat. And of course, he's left-handed. I'll tell you, Coach Fanis is lucky. He's got all these left-handed bats. I know I keep talking about it, but it's just something you don't see that often. Most of the kids are right-handed batters, and to have 7 out of your 9 players bat left. What would really be interesting is if they were all switch hitters. Oh, my goodness. 1-2 the count. Fly ball. In the outfield. Nobody got it. And that's going to score That's going to score Remington from third. Oh, goodness. That's all you can say. And you got to give it a base hit and an RBI. Fourth run of the inning comes in. It's 11-0 with one out. Fell right in between the second baseman, the shortstop, the right fielder, and the center fielder. Oy. And Neve starts out the ninth batter of the inning. Patrick Callahan with... Oh, no. Did I miss this? No, this is Eli Gustafson, the batter. Gustafson fouled down the first baseline. My scoreboard is all getting full of fill-ins for the runs scored by Eau Claire. Not making fun of anybody here. It's just get kind of confused a little bit here. Three and one count to Evan Gustafson. The pitch. Fly ball, out of play, third base side. Tough couple of games here today for Marshfield. It's been one of those seasons, a growing season, maturing season. You learn a lot of stuff about yourselves. They lost 6-4 to Winona, a tough score that was a lot closer than it indicates. Fouled back. 3-2 the count now. Bases loaded with one out. Infield fly rule in effect. Height at third. Varsho at second and Callahan at first. And Gustafson hits a fly ball to center field. And it's caught for the sac fly. And that brings in Height to make it 12-0. Varsho advances to third, and Callahan stays at first. And this is Sam Knickerbocker back in. Or pardon me, Knickerbocker batting. And he hits a fly ground ball to first, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more here in the fourth for Eau Claire. They now increase their lead to 12-0. Last chance for the Blue Devils here in the top of the fifth. You're watching American Legion Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Fleet Farm has everything you need for every season of life. From tending the vegetable garden season to planting 100 acres of crop season. Fleet Farm is your one-stop shop. Whether it's strawberry jam season, cook your walleye season, or his first set of wheels season. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chile, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of American Legion Baseball here from the 27th Annual River City Classic Invitational here at Carson Park in Eau Claire. It's been all Eau Claire in this game as they lead handily 12-0 here in the top of the fifth. eight-run mercy rule here in this tournament. So the Blue Devils will have to score at least 4 runs, or pardon me, yes, it's 13. I was right.
In the fifth for Marshfield, first baseman Xander Edmondson with 5 runs scored in that inning for T-Cut, so it's 13-0 heading into the fifth.
So it's 13-0. Those 5 runs in the previous inning all charged to Trevor Femmel. Neve with a strikeout. Last chance here for Marshfield. Xander Edmondson leading off here. And the count even at 1-1. And Bennett Stocky pitching a gem. It's easier to pitch when you got a 13-run lead. Ground ball, Iverson. Good scoop by Remington at first to get the out. One away brings up Ben Deach. Ben on the evening, 0 for 2. Bennett Stocky, I believe, is a product of Altoona. I believe that's the young man I got to interview for the regional final. Kid can pitch. That's all I can say. Here's the pitch itself, and swing and a miss for strike 1. Bennett Lang on deck here in the 5th with 1 away, and the count 0-1 to Ben Deach. Inside. Count even at 1-1. Night has fallen on Carson Park. The pitch outside for a ball. No, called it a ball. Got the corner. Never assume. 1-2 the count. The pitch. And Deach goes down swinging with the second strikeout of the game for the second out. Last chance for Marshfield is in the hands of Bennett Lang. Bennett with a strikeout and reached on an error by Tyler Webb. At short. It's been all Eau Claire here in this game, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. Lang moved up in the batting order. Usually hits in the 8th or 9th spot. He's hitting 2 in this game. Stocky's pitch. Right down Broadway. Nice curveball broke in for a strike. That young man has been in control of this game from the first pitch. Fly ball by Lang to left field. Height makes the catch. And that will end it. As Eau Claire with the convincing 13-0 victory over Marshfield. We have a chance after we hear from our friends from Nasonville Dairy, I believe, right, Logan? And we'll try to track down Coach Fannis, and we'll try to get Bennett Stocky for an interview. So stay tuned for that here on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. This is the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. You can get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com. I am here with pitcher Bennett Stockey. And Bennett, you pitched a magnificent game today. It was 13-0 win here. What were you throwing tonight?
I was throwing fastball, slider, and changeup. Everything felt good out of the hand.
All right. I kind of waited patiently for you. What was the kangaroo court all about? Can you share, or is that something that stays on the team?
Stays on the team.
It was kind of fun. It was a good bonding experience for the players. They did a great job tonight. What were the keys to the victory defensively?
Oh, we made a lot of plays. Catcher called a great game, and that's about it.
Now, what were you seeing when you were up to bat?
When I was up to bat?
Oh no, that's right. They DH'd you. That's right. What were your teammates seeing as pitches?
Seen a lot of fastballs. I mean, they just hit everything well. Just saw the ball well.
Second time I've had a chance to interview this young man, and I told him straight out, you can pitch, and he really can. Great job, Bennett. We're going to put you in the house. You know how to do this, right?
Yep.
I'll give you the mic, and I'll get out of the way, and you look right up at the camera and go ahead.
My name is Bennett Saki, and I'm in the house.
All right. Thank you, Bennett. Good luck to you tomorrow. Well, that ends our triple header coverage tonight here from Carson Park in Eau Claire. Great games today. Final game tonight was a 13-0 win in 5 by Eau Claire over Marshfield. 3 more games tomorrow. Logan will be here. Bob Bradovich and Spragues will be here as well. I'll be in Neilsville announcing a parade. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching and listening to me today. And Logan Meyer, thank you for all of your help. Our final score in this third game of our triple header, 13-0 Eau Claire over Marshfield. For Logan Meyer, this is Joe Anderson saying thank you for watching. And tune in tomorrow for the final 3 games of the tournament. Have a great evening, everybody.